Hello, everybody. NC4XL, North Carolina for extreme lovers, and I'm not. Just a darling old man getting crazy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So we're here. I'm doing a review, and I'm going to do a review on one of our Parks on the Air hunters and activators. It's called Kilo Oscar 4 Foxtrot Sierra Zulu. That's Chris. And Chris knows how adamant I am about end-fed antennas and no tuner antennas. And he said, hey, I got something I built. I've been toying around with this idea. I says, that's fine, let me know. So he sent me one. And today, and I've used it on an activation already and was pleased with it. Okay, I didn't tell a lot of people that I was using the antenna because people know my signal. They'll tell me if something ain't right, and I didn't get that. So that's a good sign. The antenna uses a 49-to-1 on, and it's built by him in a nice, what you want to call polymer type box, and it's still hanging up. And I will try very hard to put some pictures together, but I wanted to give you a review of it. I'm a critical old man. I call it like I see it or hear it. And I'm not paid by anybody to give my opinion. You know, everybody's got one, and everybody's got a butthole too. And I don't mean to be ugly, so if I offend you, I apologize, but this antenna, I'm impressed with. I'm going to look at my notes. I went on air, and we tested it. I did something I'm not supposed to. K-test, testing an antenna. And the response was back from Parks on the Air hunters and Parks on the Air activators that know my signal. They know me. And they know what I like and what I don't like. So their responses are a plus. In other words, they're not trying to sugarcoat and make me happy. I gained nothing. I tested this antenna for a young man, and I believe that he's got something that will work. Why? Because I don't have to use a tuner. Let's tell you another reason why. It's light, not real heavy. I use a Vibraplex. 10 through 40, love it. It's got tuning stubs. Chris's design, no tuning stubs. I'm wanting to say it's 64 feet long. No tuning stubs. He's done his homework. The wire, when you roll it up, it don't kink. It doesn't have a memorization in the wire. Oh, it's so easy to take down. Today, band propagation, everybody knows, has not been the best, but you know, you do with what you got and try to make lemonade out of lemons. First contact today after putting a test in. I remember I'm in North Carolina. I'm on 40 meters is the frequency I was at. And I worked into Delaware, KC3OP. I worked into West Virginia, K8 NIV. Alpha Golf 4 Hotel Golf in Tennessee. Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra X-Ray Hotel in North Carolina. Love that North Carolina. Wisconsin, Kilo 9 Delta Echo Golf. Kilo Yankee 4 Echo Juliet in North Carolina. Another short skip. Whiskey X-Ray 4 Juliet Oscar Echo, North Carolina. Alpha Echo 4 Foxtrot Zulu, North Carolina. Whiskey Victor 1 Whiskey. I'm thinking he's in Massachusetts or Connecticut or West Virginia, somewhere in that direction. I forgot to write it down. That's my fault. That was all on 40 meters. Just playing around, testing it, and asking for audio characteristics, for signal strength. The antenna is what makes the contacts happen, not the amplifier. And if you have an antenna you don't have to run through a tuner, that's cool and better. So we went to 17 meters. All right, I went to 17, 12, 15, 10, and 20 meters, and I tested with a local ham running QRP. Okay, and dual antennas at his residence to see the difference. The SWR on 17 meters, remember the antenna is not designed for 17, the SWR was 2.2 to 1. 1.8 to 1 on 12 meters. 15 meters and 10 meters, 1 to 1.2. On 20 meters, 1 to 1.4. So I worked into Dominican Republic, talked with David on 20 meters. I went back to 40 meters, seen a gentleman spotted. Shep was spotted in North Carolina. Short skip, he's 20 over here, 5'9". Now the antenna helps us. But let's talk about his antenna design. It's very lightweight. Okay? And when I deal with wire versus wire that I can roll up and it doesn't feel like it's going to kink in my fingers or splinter or have a memorization issue, that's a negative for Vibraplex. That's a positive for Chris's. So, if you want to try an antenna, I don't know how much he charges for them. It doesn't make a difference. I didn't pay nothing for mine. He asked me to test it. I'll send it back to him if he wants. Otherwise, I'll use it. But the thing is, it's a working antenna. I didn't have to add nothing to it. And I use an 891, so I don't have a built-in tuner. I didn't have to add no more paraphernalia to it. I'm going to walk over. I don't know if I can do this. You just have to remember, I'm an old-fashioned guy and I do everything edited. So we're going to try to share a little bit with you on his antenna. Okay. Here's his antenna. And maybe I can get, you can see some of it. And I have it going up to that tree, the top of that tree. It's probably right at 30 feet at the most. But the antenna works. Okay, and it works well. So if you're looking for another addition to your antenna arsenal, give it a shot. This here, this little winder, is what the antenna wire wraps around easily, doesn't kink, comes off. That I like. The other one I have, 3 of, I love the antenna, but it doesn't flow as freely. So 73s, if you get a chance, get a hold of Chris. If you're interested in trying them out, you talk with him. I don't worry about the monies. I'm not involved in that. The product is good. I like it. I'll share it with him. 73s, NC4XL. North Carolina for extreme lovers. Oh, I'm not. Just Dom, the darling old man, 73s.